Nothing says spring like tulips and daffodils, and fall is the time to plant spring flowering bulbs. So what are bulbs? Well, they're a little burst of energy in a little package. And one bulb that a lot of us are familiar with is an onion. So here we have an onion that we've cut in half, and you can kind of see what all we have in a bulb. We have what's going to be leaves. We have the basal plate down here at the bottom where the roots are, and right down here in the center is where that little flower bud is going to form. So everything is self-contained in this nice, neat little package. There's a lot of places where you can go to buy bulbs. You can go to your local garden centers, your nurseries. They might have them pre-packaged in a bag all ready to go. Like this one has 5 bulbs in a bag. They might also have a bulk bin where you can go and you can select your bulbs and you can pick however many you would like and buy them by the each. Or some of you may receive catalogs in the mail. And this is a place where you can buy some of the more unusual varieties that you might not find locally. When you choose your bulb, you want to make sure that you pick out nice quality bulbs. And there's a few things to look for. And in the case of bulbs, it truly is a case of where it's bigger is better. And here I have 2 different daffodil bulbs. This one has a single nose. This one has 2 points. We would call that a double nose. And this one will actually send forth a flower shoot from each of these noses. So if you have a choice, always go for the big bulb, the one that has the double nose. Fall is the perfect time of year to plant bulbs. The days start to moderate, the nights get cooler, the soil starts to cool. We get to that time of year when we want to put on a sweater. So when it's sweater weather, that's the time to plant spring flowering bulbs. When you select a place for your bulbs, try to find an area that has good drainage, is free from tree roots, and one of the most important things is the planting depth. And when you start digging your hole, one thing you want to make sure is that the hole is 2 to 3 times as deep as the bulb is high. So we want to make sure that the base of that bulb is 6 to 8 inches below the surface of the soil. The next thing we're going to do is add a little fertilizer to the bottom of our planting hole, and we're choosing to use bone meal because it's a great source of phosphorus, and bulb plants need phosphorus for good rooting and getting them established. So I'm going to sprinkle some bone meal in the bottom of that planting hole, and then I'm going to work it in a little bit. It's important that we put the phosphorus, or in this case the bone meal, at the bottom of the hole because phosphorus doesn't leach through the soil like nitrogen does. So we want to make sure that we have it exactly where that bulb needs it before we put the bulb in the soil. So we're ready to plant, and we're going to space our bulbs about the same distance as we planted them deep, so 6-8 inches apart so that they have plenty of room. And we always have to remember the point goes up. That's where the shoot is going to come from, and this base down here is where the roots are going to be. So we're going to put the point up, the flat part down, and just kind of scatter those around in our planting hole. If you don't have exceptional soil and you'd like to improve that, you could either amend with some compost or some peat moss. Either of those would help improve your soil texture and make it easier for your bulbs to emerge. We have the soil covered back in the hole. We're going to pull the mulch back over the soil, give it a light watering, and we're going to sit back, relax, and wait for spring and those beautiful flowers.
For more information, visit your local extension office or visit our website at kansasgreenyards.org.